at the moon every night is a real pleasure for all of us. But have you ever wondered what the earth looks like if you went to the moon? The moon is a million miles away from the earth. It is a land of millions of people and billions of mysteries. So, in today's geography class, let's learn more about the earth and how it looks like. The earth is a place where all of us live on. It is the third planet in the solar system. But have you ever wondered how the world looks like? Then you must have a look at the globe.
The globe is the model of the earth. It helps in understanding the various land masses like the countries, the continents and the cities, and the various water bodies like oceans, the seas and the rivers.
The earth looks like a blue moon from a distance. Do you know why? Here's the answer.
3/4 of the earth's surface is covered with water. The remaining part of the earth comprises the continents. This is the reason the earth looks like a blue moon from a distance.
Have you ever wondered the exact shape of the earth that we live on? Many a times, isn't it? The shape of the earth when seen from above is like that of the moon. The shape of earth is like of a ball. It is spherical in shape.
The earth is a sphere, but not a perfect sphere. Therefore, the shape of the earth is spheroid. The shape is slightly pressed at the north pole and the south pole of the earth. It bulges slightly in the center around the equator. This gives the earth a spheroid shape.
Isn't it interesting? Around 400 years ago, people believed that the earth was flat, and if anybody traveled in any of the directions, they would reach to the edge of the earth and fall off. But around 1400 AD, the scientists and the sailors came to a conclusion that the earth must be like a ball. This is a small exercise for you. Take a globe, start from one point on the globe and keep going forward in the same line. See what happens.
When somebody starts from a particular point in one direction, they come back to the same point on the globe. This is because of the shape of the earth.
East, west, south, north. I would always get confused with the direction when I was a child. But then my father taught me an easy way to remember the directions on the globe. Here's how is it.
The east is on the right side and the west is on the left side of the globe. The earth rotates from the west to the east. The south pole and north pole. These are two poles on the opposite ends of the earth. The south and north poles are 2 points that connect the ends of the earth.
Here's an exercise for you. Draw an imaginary line connecting two poles. What do you observe?
When an imaginary line is drawn between the 2 poles on the globe, it forms the axis. This axis is the point around which the earth rotates every day. The poles therefore are the points at the end of axis of rotation.
If the earth is spherical in shape, how would we be able to stand? Won't the person standing at the lower part or on the side of the sphere fall down?
No, people standing on any side of the earth would not fall off the earth because of the pull of the earth. The earth is like a magnet that pulls us towards it.
Isn't it interesting? The earth is made up of land masses which are called continents and water bodies which are called oceans. Here's a look at the continents and oceans of the world.
The seas and oceans extend for thousands of kilometers across the world. There are 5 oceans, namely Pacific Ocean, Arctic Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean and the Southern Ocean. The large land masses that we live on are called the continents. There are 7 continents which are Asia, Africa, Europe, North America, South America, Australia and Antarctica.
One can see many horizontal and vertical lines on the globe. These horizontal lines and vertical lines are like a net and intersect at many points. Here's a look what these lines are actually.
The horizontal lines on the globe which are drawn from the west to the east are called latitudes. The longest of the lines is the equator, which runs through the center of the earth. The equator divides the globe into 2 equal parts. These equal parts are called the hemispheres. The part of the earth that lies on the south of the equator is called the southern hemisphere. The part of the earth that lies on the north of the equator is called the northern hemisphere.
So, the horizontal lines on the globe are called latitudes. The latitudes and the longitudes are supposed to find out various locations on the earth. But before we find out the location, let's have a look what are longitudes.
The vertical lines on the earth that run from one pole to the other are called longitudes. These lines, unlike the latitudes, are of the same length. The 0 degrees longitude or the Greenwich longitude and the International Date Line are the 2 main longitudes. The latitudes and longitudes help in locating the places easily.
So before we wind up our class today, here's one last exercise for you. Find out which country falls between 20° north latitude and 77° east longitude.